So I just realized I don't have my intro vid set up yet on my OBS. And I also don't have my lighting set up yet. All right, Madness. I'm just going to go live. Let's just go live. Here, let's just switch scenes. Wait. This music is so loud. Let's bring it down a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, I'm just going to go live, and we're going to fix this lighting. Whoa, it's really orange. It's really orange. So I have, like, new lights. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. Whatever. It's good enough. It's a little orange, but I could turn this up. But then that's really bright. What's up, y'all? What's going on? We're back. What's going on? I kind of feel bad because I know the channel's taken a hit over the last, like, month and a half just because I haven't, I haven't posted much at all, to be frank. But I figure we get on for an hour. Let's talk. We got a lot to talk about, Madness. We got a ton to talk about. And then hopefully people will just come in. Yeah. So I'm going to be re-uploading a bunch of vids next week. Hopefully, YouTube has not buried the channel. So we're going to find out. Because we just hit 97,000 subscribers. And so let's hope that the channel is not scrapped. We're going to find out. Here, let's make sure y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me? I just want to make sure we got everything rolling. I don't think you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Now can you hear me? Now try again. Okay, that's weird. My old OBS was different from this OBS on where the mic needed to be placed. Okay, now can you hear me? Oh, look who's here. Shitter. Now can you hear me? OBS really needs to figure this out. Like, why is my chat just, like, not here? There we go. All right. We're good to go. I'm trying to, for some reason, because my chat with y'all is, like, way behind. They're saying hi, Nova. She's going to be in the background. She's working on some stuff in studio for the band. Hey, how's everybody doing? It's been a wild couple months. I know we streamed about 2 weeks ago, but at least we're back for right now. So we're going to cover some things today. We'll go over a little bit of DragonCon as we just got back from DragonCon. And then I'm actually going to let you listen to where our new song to kick off our new era is. We are in the probably second to last mix or third to last mix. What's up, Robert? How you doing? So we're probably in like the second to third to last mix on our new song that's going to kick off the Arrival era, which I'm really excited about. And then I'm also going to show y'all, I'm actually starting like a secret gaming channel, which is going to be really, really fun. And I'm going to start it tomorrow. I had some old gaming vids from my YouTube I pulled off about 6 months ago. And I kind of revamped them a little bit. And then I'm going to start those off on my gaming channel. And then me and the gaming boys, me, John, and Chris, are going to record gaming vids together that I'm going to record, and I'm going to edit them together and put on that channel. So we'll have like a really fun like band gaming channel. That'll be awesome. And John also just started a gaming channel, our guitarist. So it's like a perfect mix of just like what everybody's doing. And so I'm very excited for it. So We're gonna talk over a lot. Okay, what do we get to first, Madness? What do we get to first? Let's what do y'all think? Do we cover DragonCon first? What do y'all think? This chat thing is just really, it's so behind. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, it's so behind, like the chat, which makes it not as fun for everyone else. So I gotta ask YouTube why that's happening. DragonCon, all right. So show at DragonCon went super well. Band was awesome. Crowd was awesome. We made a ton of new listeners. Yeah, just a ton of new listeners. Also met a lot of like madness. Like met a lot of listeners who were at DragonCon who came right up to our table, got merch, and was just like talking to, like they've been our listener for a couple years, which was amazing. I mean, that was really cool to have. Just having a lot of our listeners at DragonCon coming up to us. And yeah, it was very, very busy. Why are you smirking back there? What am I going to say? I don't know if they can hear you. Talk real quick.
What are you going to say?
Oh, they can hear you a little bit. Yeah, the show went very, very well. There was like a couple things that just were kind of like hiccup things that weren't really like on our end. There were a couple like hiccup things during the show and stuff, but we're a professional band, so we just, you rock with it. But you literally just rock with it and you move and you just, you have to put on a great show. You got a great audience. You got your listeners out there. Like, you got to crush it. And so that's what we did. We went out and we just did what we do regardless, and we crushed it. What I would say about DragonCon, it was interesting. I would say the coolest thing is this was the first time that Blake, who's filling in for Chris on drums, I'm sitting so low, but this chair didn't go any higher. So Blake, who was filling in for Chris on drums, this was his first show. So his first show was like a full-blown con event. And then obviously John, this is only John's like third show with us. So like both of them, their first event ever playing, it was a con in Atlanta. And so the best like takeaway is that the band was awesome. Like, everybody was game. Everybody was like, anytime there was any kind of hiccups or anything, like the whole band just like bonded together. And that's very rare for bands, actually. A lot of times bands will kind of get at each other's throats when some things are going on. Nobody did. Everybody was just like encouraging to each other. Everybody was like all in, kind of started making a joke of it. And everyone was on the grind, and which was like really just like, that's always a great thing. Like whenever there's kind of like some hiccups or something, you really hope that the people on your team are going to be a team, and it was great. Everybody was helping with merch, helping with running the table. Y'all probably saw the vids of John going around doing the Have You Heard of My Band? I'm going to have another vid out tomorrow on my YouTube of me doing it at DragonCon. Like it's cool to see, like, even with a lot of the new lineup, even like roster fill-ins, like Blake filling in for Chris. It's cool. I didn't realize that the song just like went off. It's cool to see like everybody just, everyone understands like what our message is and believes in what our message is. And so it really makes everyone just kind of come together no matter what's going on and like just figure it out, make things work. And so that was awesome, and so, yeah, Blake played great. He was locked in. Yeah, John played the best show that he has, like thus far. And this was his third show. I mean, it was like, it was cool. 'Cause for John on guitar, I felt like this was obviously in Indianapolis, like he was all in, he had a great time, but that was his first time like experiencing like our listeners, right? Like experiencing the madness, and so like it was more of an emotional, like, he was being really part of the show and like getting to know our listeners. So like that was really John's first show, but this was the first show, and I know that he would agree, is like it was like his music, like the way he was playing guitar how locked in he was, the parts that he was deciding to play. Like it was like I texted him like the next day and I was like, dude, like this is your music now. Like you played up there literally like you've been here for the last 8 years. Like you crushed it. So he just did so well. I mean, he just did so good. And yeah, so like, you know, DragonCon was fine itself in terms of like the experience of like the event and like logistically and stuff like that. But what's more important is even outside of all that stuff, the band just like banded together. And I know, did you hear that? That was a good joke. And like we really did though. We banded together like no one like nobody ever got like flustered. If there was a fluster, it wasn't like with anyone in the band, and it was kind of funny, and it was just like we kind of made it into a joke, whatever. Yeah, and then we just went out there and just did what we do. It was kind of fun because like we didn't quite have our mix for like the first 3 songs. There was just some little hiccup things going on outside of us. So for like the first 3 songs, you know, the crowd was great, but like you could tell the crowd could tell that it wasn't like our mix at all. Like the drums weren't coming through the mains at all. Like there was a lot of things like that. But you know, when those things happen, like you just gotta, the only choice you have is to represent your music the best you can, you know, and you just gotta rock it. But then by about the 4th song, there was like some changes made on like sound and stuff. And then all of a sudden, like a show mix came through the mains. And then it was just like off to the races. Like the crowd was in the palm of our hands. They were all in. They were like singing. They were feeling it. We got to deliver our message, which is the most important thing. And then the show went great. It went awesome. And, yeah, we had a big long line at our merch table afterwards. People were super excited. And, you know, at the end of the day, too, like everyone in the band sounded great. And that is also like kind of the most important. Sometimes you can't control your mix because the way the events run, and you just like, you know, it is what it is. So that is why you have musicians who are masters of their craft and of their set. So everyone, even if that's going on, you can still make it sound amazing. And then by the 4th song, you know, we finally had like a legit mix coming through the mains, and then it just sounded like us. It sounded huge. So yeah, we made the best of it. The band just really like came together and just like represented the music and like just our message really, really well. It was awesome to meet like our fans. Like the fact that we had so many Madness there, like coming up to our table and stuff was just beautiful. Like that was such a cool thing. Yeah, it was just like it was really cool to like meet a bunch of our people, and see what's out there. Yeah, we sold a ton of merch, you know, which is what you go there to do. Yeah, so we just went there and propped up, and then, you know, did some fun content, and then tried to sell some merch, and then play a rockin' show. That's pretty much what we try to do. Sorry, y'all, my chat is behind like crazy right now. But yeah, so yeah, DragonCon was fine. What we are really thankful for is that our listeners booked it for us, and that's what matters most. It is an opportunity that we wanted, and y'all got it for us, and that's what's important. Because we're going to have other opportunities that we want to get, and like I know that our base is going to be who gets it for us. I can tell y'all right now, so this is a little bit behind the scenes stuff. So, you know, we have a publicist right now. I'm meeting with them on Monday. We're going to have a conversation about submitting us to every single festival next summer. We want to fully book out next summer with festivals, whether it's side stages, no matter what. Also, if we do book out next summer this far ahead, it will allow me to focus on writing the album and funding the album and all that kind of stuff, and then getting it all together so we can really, really like unleash on next summer at all these festivals, because that's where you break through. The festival circuit is where you break through. That's where it happens. So that is kind of the strategy right now. And yeah, John texted me today and he goes, "Brother, I'm clearing all next summer. I'm ready to go." it's been real fun with John just because like he's really gotten to like experience the feeling of our music like on stage, and it's been really cool to watch him just first like sink into it, and then now he's just like got ownership of it, which is awesome. Like I love it. I'm gonna miss him for our next 2 shows. He's not gonna be playing with us for our next 2 shows because he's got stuff he's got to do. So we have another guitarist on roster, a guy named Zach, who's from Indiana, who's gonna fill in. But John will be missed. But yeah. So and then other things that we're gonna announce. We're finally gonna. Many of y'all know that coming out to Indiana, like one of like my passions was like I want to do all these big events, huge tours. I want to do all these huge festivals. But then when we come back to Indiana, I want to play like small towns, just like pickup shows. Even when we're a gigantic band, I want to play like small towns, highlight small towns. And so I'm actually really excited because we're already doing that. On September 20th, we're going to play a town called Cicero, Indiana, which is a small town of about 4,000 people. And it's like, in the county that we live. It's a town that I grew up going to. Love that place. I mean, grew up like eating there all the time, going up there. I mean, I love that place. And so we're actually going to play a show at a music school called Cicero Music Garage. And we're going to play a show there, and it's going to be a way to like highlight a lot of the small businesses and like bring the community together and just do what we've been wanting to do. And then we're just going to play a monster rock show. It's going to be awesome. And so like it's cool that like we're already starting to like implement exactly like what we came out here for, And so yeah, so we're gonna do that show, and then we are in New Jersey playing Atlantic City on October 4th. I don't think that's been officially announced yet. Hopefully it's announced soon. So we have a show that's going to be in Atlantic City, and that is going to be for a network that raises money for homeless veterans. And so that's going to be really cool. So we're going to go put on a concert for them out in Atlantic City. They asked us to come headline the show, and it's going to be partially a fundraiser at the show. And just something that like I'm passionate about too, taking care of our vets and stuff like that. So we're going to go to Atlantic City, play that concert. It's going to be amazing. We're working on a show at John's hometown in Tennessee, in Dixon, Tennessee. So we're actually working on a show there to give him a hometown show. And then we're going to see what else happens. But the biggest thing, this conversation with PR on Monday, is like mass submission to all these festivals. And even if it's just like the smaller side stages, you're still playing to 1,000 people. That is where we can explode. That's where we can take this to the next level, especially with what this second album's going to be. And that's where we take off. So there's a lot going on. It's pretty wild. Like there's a lot going on, but it's very promising. And yeah, so even today I was writing Destination Arrival, starting to go into all the other songs. We're in mixing for Graves of Gardens. Now I got to keep the YouTube alive, especially now that I ridiculously just started a gaming channel also. So got to keep the YouTube alive. I'm going to have a vlog coming out next week for our Anguilla show when we played in the Caribbean, even though that was a month ago, but just because I just haven't been able to put the vlogs together. And then we'll have like a DragonCon vlog. We'll have a lot of stuff like that. There's a lot, madness. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's all good. I'm really excited to launch the gaming channel tomorrow. I think it's going to be really fun. I got like that video coming out and stuff. I think it's going to be like a really good time. And I think it'll be fun just to stream gaming from there because it is a gaming channel. I kind of learned that YouTube does not want you kind of variety on your channel. And so I'm going to kind of split those things. So whenever we do like band gaming, I'll do it from like the gaming channel. But whenever we're just doing like label meetings, I do it like from here and we just hang out together. But yeah, so there's a lot going on, madness. How's everybody else doing? And I'm going to let you listen to the most recent mix of Graves or Gardens today. We are very close. I would say it's 80% there. We need one more mix to get clarity. We just have to do some like frequency work to get some clarity out of some things. We need to do some leveling on some instruments. Like we need to bring Nova out a little bit more on the mix and stuff like that. But I'm going to let you listen to it because you will finally hear us the way I always intended City of Sound to sound. And I can't wait for that. Here, wait. I got to pop this out again. My whole thing just froze. There we go. So super excited about that. But I'm going to play that for you today before we get off. So probably here in the next like 15 minutes. I'll play you the most recent mix of Graves or Gardens. And then, yeah, I was in studio yesterday building out Destination Arrival, which will be the title track of the album. I actually wanted to ask y'all a question. So we've been kind of figuring out how to do our release schedule, right? And, you know, like for an independent band, like this is a fan-dependent band, I'm sorry. For like a fan-dependent band, you know, your release schedule could be everything, right? Because you don't want to waste a song. So I've been actually thinking about how we're going to go about releasing these singles before album drop. So obviously we want to get the album out like May, June of next year, right? Granted, like we're still like raising money for all that, but I'm just believing it's going to happen. So we want to like get all that stuff out. What I want to do though is I want to build up enough momentum and following with where we're at to make those singles really, really pop. So we're definitely going to put out Graves or Gardens. I'm guessing now it would probably be like October or November. But I'm wondering, and y'all tell me what you think. I'm kind of at a place where I'm wondering if we need to like release a single, but Graves or Gardens be like the only single we release the rest of the year. Then if we turn around in like January, February, and start the rest of the single releases for the album. Because I'm wondering if momentum-wise, if that will just take us to another level. It would also give us time to work on the album. But it will also, like, I think it would allow us to maybe work on some music videos, maybe work on some, you know, like things like that around the turn of the year. Then we could have a Graves or Gardens music video. We could have, you know, a Destination Arrival music video, a couple other songs I'm working on. Just things that I'm trying to figure out how to do this best. Because I want to put out Graves or Gardens before the end of the year. Because I want to launch the new era. So we're definitely going to do that. But I wonder if we release Graves or Gardens, it's kind of a reset for the new era, for the era of Arrival. And then we basically just try to play shows. We do streams. We pump YouTube. We like promote the band all over. We keep those things going. Then come around the new year, and then we start releasing, like, maybe we drop, like, Destination Arrival as, like, the title track, and then, like, 2 or 3 more singles, and then drop the album. Because I want the album to be, 12 to 15 songs, you know? That's including the, like, instrumentals. We'll probably do 3 instrumentals. But that's just kind of where my head's at. So tell me what y'all think. Like, tell me what y'all think of that 2 days ago. Oh, you had eye surgery? Oh, my gosh. That's wild. Tell me what y'all think of that. I feel like that could be really beneficial to us because we can take, like, the next few months to really grow, get Graves or Gardens out there, get a lot of hype behind it, get people pumped, and then, like, go through it. How is the fan? Well, so for Among the Phoenix, so we got a lot of submissions. The problem is that many of them we can't use. So I'm trying to figure out how to maneuver that, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to figure out. I tried to like piece some of it together. Like your vid was great. I'm still trying to piece a lot of that together, but we'll kind of see what happens. If any, like at the very least, I will cut it all down into content and do like band YouTube, like kind of like, you know, almost like fan content music video kind of thing. I'm trying to figure that one out. And the more time that moves away from it, the harder it is to do it. Because now it's like we have to do Graves or Gardens music video. We have to do Destination Arrival. I need to storyboard them. I need to write them, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. It's a great question. But yeah, I feel like that's like the way. Like we would put a bunch of hype around Graves or Gardens, release it. You're not supposed to release like new songs during the holiday. Let the holiday be what it is. Like we'll just pump content through the holiday, promote the band, and then turn around the next, like the new year, and then start releasing all these singles. But we'll make Graves or Gardens first. And I think Graves or Gardens is good to release in like October, November, because like it's not dark, it's very hopeful, but it does have that desperate feel that I think will go into the winter really, really well, and intrigue a lot of people. And we can get like press around it, and we can do a lot of these things. So I think that like I think that's the way, Madness. I think that's the way. The Phoenix shirt for my son. Oh, let's go. Okay, I love that. Well, tell him thanks for being one of our listeners. I love that. So yeah, it's just I'm just trying to figure out like the best way that we roll with this, So that's kind of the idea. I'm really crossing my fingers that we attract a really big agency here soon, because we need an agent. Like, we need an agency. We even realized that at DragonCon. Like, we need some form of representation that can kind of step in and make sure certain like things are happening that were agreed to and stuff like that. Because it's just way too much stress for me to have to do that. When I have so many other things I got to focus on, and I should only be focusing on like performing. Like, that should be my focus. So I'm really hoping that we attract like a really powerful agency here soon. Because we have so much going for us. Like, my YouTube channel is decently sized. John's got a huge YouTube channel. Nova's YouTube channel is actually starting to take off right now. Legit. And like, then we have a collective band that has a whole fan base, and we have an amazing show. We've done amazing events, like, and we've like been paid, for them and stuff like that. So it's like, there's got to be like a big agent out there that's interested. So hopefully they are, because we do need that representation for sure. That's something that I've really realized. So, yeah. Do y'all want to hear the most recent mix of Graves or Gardens? I can't let you hear all of it. But I can let you hear some of it. Watch, as long as it doesn't sound like garbage when I put the headphones on. Here it is. I'm going to download it real quick. You love listening to Nova's covers? I know. Her covers are awesome. She just said, thanks, guys. What are you working on right now?
The festival list.
Oh, you're so smart. Nova's collecting a whole list of all like the major festivals. Can you put South by Southwest on there, even though it's in March? And Austin City Limits? Thanks. So Nova is collecting all the festivals, which we're going to attack on Monday with PR. Which I am excited we do have a publicist now, because now we can get articles written about us and get us in front of some really like awesome people. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so let's do this a little bit. I'm gonna put my old headies on. Where are my headphones? Here we go. She's the brains of the operation.
I don't think so.
She just said, I don't think so.
I'm whatever the organizational.
True. All right. So let's pause this real quick. All right, let's test the waters real fast, because I remember the last time I did this. So I have this new PC, right? Because if y'all remember, my PC ate itself. So I had to get a brand new computer. And for some reason, the last time that like I tried to play a song, it didn't really work. Okay, can y'all hear that? Okay, let me turn it up. So it's at 100. So it's going to be loud, but let me just... Oh my goodness, I'm not used to this computer yet. Okay, so what you are about to hear. Can y'all hear that? Can you hear the beginning of this right here? Can y'all hear that? Let me know if you can hear that, because obviously I want to make sure you can hear that. No sound. I do not. Wait, have y'all not had music this whole time? Dude, these like computers and stuff, like it's so frustrating. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let me know if this works. Let me know if you can hear that. Still no music. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this like new computer is really, really annoying. I gotta figure this out. Nothing. Okay, let's try this. Good Lord. Nope, that's not working. Oh, interesting. One of my favorite parts, I re-released one of his older album that was remastered for his new album. Oh, that's really interesting, Darso. Well, what you're going to love about this is what's cool about this. This is like the real version of Graves or Gardens. So, because like we re-recorded, reproduced everything. So like I rebuilt the whole track from the ground up. So that is a great sign. Okay, y'all, let's figure this out because this is quite frustrating. Oh, I know what's going to make me do. Wait, it should work. Realtek, second output, but that y'all said that didn't work. Okay, let's try this real quick. Monitor off. You know what? I wonder if it's because it wasn't on the first. Okay, we're going to try this. Try this. All right, let me know now, see if it works. Might not. Can y'all hear that? Can you hear that at all? Or did you hear that? I paused it. Let me know. This is a terrible stream. Yes? Oh, all right. There we go, y'all. We figured it out. I'm not sure I found a favorite K-pop artist yet. I would honestly say BTS is my favorite in terms of just like overall works and catalog. They're definitely my favorite. Okay, y'all hear it. Okay. I just want to make sure this does not. Sorry, it's not like being in a studio when I can just like work levels. Here, 1 second. I got to make sure it doesn't peak and clip. Okay, there we go. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Okay. Y'all are going to hear the most recent mix of Graves or Gardens. We have either one or two mixes left to do, and then it will be done. And this will be the song that's going to kick off our new era, which obviously y'all know. Y'all already know we're cinematic rock, so you know it's going to sound huge and emotional. We do still have some. We have some basically to kind of, and I'm also just letting you know, kind of like, here's the process. Like here's like how it goes, right? So here's kind of a process. So basically, I was in mixing all day yesterday with the mixing engineer. I have to be there because it's kind of like, imagine a movie, and it's like the director being in the room with the editor. Not a lot of artists are in the mixing room, but also a lot of artists aren't even in the writer's room. Obviously, we are involved in every process. So basically what you're about to hear is this is about 80% there. This is the third mix. Really, it's the second mix because we had like a whole thing when we were going through the process. So this is the third mix. We have one or two mixes left, depending on if the next mix, there is some, if there is some, let's say like frequency clarity that you have to chase, you can pull out of the EQ, which is like your equalizer of your frequencies. And so we need to go through, now that we have the sound and we have the bigness and like the crispness, now for the next mix, so you're going to hear the most recent mix. What's up, Phoebus? And yeah, Kurt, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Now for the next mix, to get into the final mix, what we need to do is I'm going to go in with the mixing engineer, and basically we're going to start cleaning out what we call mud. It's like frequency mud. And we need to slightly separate a couple things to get them to peak out a little bit. Like one of them's the vocal. Like we need the vocal to peak out a little bit more. It's actually at a really good level, but we need the frequencies to get cleaned out around it so it peaks out more in the layering. So always in the room where it happens. Yeah, always. I am, y'all will, Madness, you will, I mean, you probably already know this about me, but Nova will tell you this too. I am very particular of what our sound is, because it's all, it's all up in my head. So we are very, very involved because we created it. And so mixing is the most important aspect of music. Mixing is the most important step. So what you're going to, I have COVID again. Oh no, Phoebus. What's up, Tina? So what you're about to hear is the behind closed doors. This is a label meeting, right? So what you would do with your label is you come in with your most recent mix. They understand it's not done yet, but you'd be like, here is where we are. So where we are right now, label, is we are at the home stretch. So we have 1 or 2 mixes left. We'll do some cleanup. We got to do a little bit of instrumental changes. We got to raise Nova up in certain parts of the song, which you will hear. We got to bring her up a little bit so she peeks through a little bit. But what I will say is you are going to hear City Sound in the way that it was always meant to be heard, which is what I'm very, very excited about ever since we made all these changes, everything. So here's your little preview of Graves Gardens. Here we go. This will be the song that kicks off our new era in October, November, and then we will take a break for the holidays and then come back with all the big old singles. And what I love about Graves Gardens is like it's not your stereotypical radio single, and that's what we want. We want it to feel more like a launching point where people are like, wow, like what is this, So here we go.
Chose to heal, you may find the path beyond the pain. Your shattered shields are here, land of trampled fields, but the flower will guide our way.
This is where we're raised, Nova.
Guardians of color could take these guys together, could make a great escape. Why trade petals for shelter? We could hold on to each other and watch your world away.
Oh, get ready. Get ready.
Those who remain and can face the night, who have entered the fray and lost every time. To you who sees a grave as an equal life, these days will no longer need your
hear all of it. Screw it, Madness. It's a label meeting.
Just to hear, you may find the path beyond the pain.
Here's to those that make us witnesses.
Chasing gardens of color, could take these guys together, could make a great escape. One tree petals shatter, we could hold on to each other and watch your world awake.
All right, Madness, what do we think? What do we think, Madness? Got one or two more mixes left, and then we're gonna have it wrapped. Have it mastered and wrapped. Sounds like a wall of sound. Yep, that's right. I mean, that's what cinematic, that's who we are, right? It's like, it was always meant to be a wall of sound, but it's like being a crisp wall of sound, being a wall of sound that doesn't sound like mud, I can see the wheel going in Jay's head like he wants to jump around the room. Well, y'all been to our shows. Every time that song drops, everybody jumps. So y'all liked it? Yeah. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to raise Nova up, especially on those little solo parts, because you have to be really careful with violin in a mix. If you raise a violin even 1 to 2 dB too hot, it squishes the rest of the mix. Violin is a very volatile instrument with its volume, and so you really, really have to be careful with how hot you make it. As are Nova just said, as are its violinists. Yeah, it's very volatile people. It's really clear and crisp. Yeah, and y'all. I can't wait for you just to hear it, the actual It's gonna slam so hard the way we were always meant to, because we are a rock band, and even though our sound is a little more bright, and stuff like that, we still go heavy, we're still heavy music. People just don't realize we are, and so we're gonna raise Nova up. We're also going to carve out some room for the vocal, because there was a couple places in the mix where the vocal was a little bit too squished, and the words of that song are so important, to us, and the words of that song really land heavy. So I want to make sure that they're clear. I want to make sure that the vocal is nice and clear, but yet still gets surrounded by the epicness, right? So those are kind of the two final things. Everything else I think sounds amazing. The guitars, the drums, the bass, where they sit, sound fantastic. I mean, just sound amazing. But really it's getting the balance on the violins and then the vocals. So once we get that balance and those frequencies cleaned up, I think it's going to be done. I think it's going to be time for the new era. They just said, how does Nova get her hair to look so perfect? What are your makeup tutorials?
I cannot figure out how to do makeup tutorials.
Yeah, she would get so stressed doing makeup tutorials. What's up, Joyce? My fellow Madsters. I actually love that. That's great. My fellow Madsters. You really are back in Indiana. I know. I already got my torn off flannel sleeves and all the things, and all that. But yeah, all right. So Madness approved. Yes, label. Madness approved. I'm guessing. Look, Madness. I'm more just really excited about it because there has. How do I say this? In the last 8 years, I feel like we would create really great music and amazing songs. And like I would write my ass off and like arrange my ass off. And then, we'd play and like connect everything. And where we always ran into the roadblock was in our mixes. And it was always a hard back and forth and like really tense and a whole thing. And every song we released, even though I was really excited about it, like just never quite met the standard that I had for us, if that makes sense. And this will be the first song that meets the standard. And like that, I can't explain to you, like just for me selfishly, like what that does for my brain, like knowing that like this thing that you're creating is finally going to be heard in the way that it was meant to. Like, I mean, we're very excited. And now I'm really excited for all the next ones. When's the Cicero gig? It is September 20th, Joyce. So we'll be up at Cicero on September 20th. And it's a free concert. We're putting on a free concert. It's going to be awesome. We're putting on a free show for the town. Bring people in to go like check out the small businesses. There's going to be a couple local food trucks. Highlight a music school, some really cool stuff that we're going to be able to do. So that'll be September 20th. It is very inspiring to get a little insight in how your head works. And thank you, Tina. My head's chaotic, but I try to keep it all nice and organized. Passion is going to get you through. Thank you, Tracy. And so it's just like, I'm so excited for y'all to like get our music now from now on, like from the end of time. Like you're now going to get City of Sound in the way that I always heard it in my head and like at the quality standard that we had set for ourselves 8 years ago that we were not able to meet. And I think what's even cooler is the only reason that we're able to do this is because of you. Like y'all are the ones who blew up the GoFundMe. And so literally that is the reason that we are able to get our music to finally sound the way that I've always written it to sound, if that makes sense. It's just really cool because it's literally because of our bass. Like it's because of the madness. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that like our listeners actually jumped on board before the sound was even where it needed to be. And then y'all are the reason the sound's going to become what it is and hopefully why millions of people hear it and join the madness. And it's all because of you. So I just think that's like, I don't know. I think that's a really beautiful thing. And I'm just really excited. I'm like really excited. And I was working on Destination Arrival yesterday. It's going to be our most mainstream friendly song we've ever put out, but it rips, madness. It rips. Great investment. Well, thank you, Tina, because you're the reason we started it. Like y'all, Destination Arrival, the melody is awesome. The message is so cool. And this whole concept album that we'll be working on for next year, I think it's just going to be really, really cool how every song is going to wrap around this like similar message of like, to those leading us home, like to those by our side, writing a story about, people who leave everything behind and they realize that all they ever needed was each other. That's a beautiful story to make as a concept album. I mean, that's so powerful, especially for like cinematic rock. And I'm still going to write like some social commentary into some of our songs, but I think this second album, I think it's going to be a little bit more, kind of with that message, like a little more like hero's journey imagery filled. I'm going to sprinkle some social commentary because there are some things that like I want to put in our songs, just with what's going on in the world. But I also think I want this second album to also take people, to Arrival, which is a place. That's the whole idea, is destination : arrival, as if Arrival is this place that we're heading towards. If it rips, we know you're going to rip them jeans. You know what? I didn't rip my jeans at DragonCon. That's a great thing. Isn't that amazing? True story. I didn't rip my jeans. Yeah, and that could have been, and that's a show I definitely could have ripped my jeans on. I was jumping all over the place. I was back and forth. I don't know. I guess I just said a lot just to say thank you. I wasn't even going to get on and talk about that. Okay. Also, tomorrow, I'm launching my gaming channel. All right. It's kind of a secret, so I'm not like posting it everywhere. I'm just kind of telling, like, this is a label meeting, and the return on investment is Chris. This is the only time this sentence makes sense. Let's go, Robert. Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. When I make a concert, I'm bringing a sewing kit just for the occasion. Okay, so if y'all want to see, I know a lot of y'all have already seen some of my gaming vids, but I did repurpose them a little bit to make them really, really funny. If you want to, I mean, I could put the link in here. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to put the link in there. Okay. If you're interested, if you're not interested in me gaming, don't even worry about it. But for y'all who have seen me game before, it's hilarious. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, Madness, I just found that like making these vids, I have a lot of fun with. I have a lot of fun with like reactions and stuff too. There's something with like gaming vids though, and I think it's just because it's so it's so comedic and like ridiculous that I have like a really funny time like making them. So, like for instance,
this channel's not going to be good.
Nice.
Here,
So that's not supposed to be there. So like, here's what game you're gonna play. Well, so Centrist, I'm gonna play a ton of games. Does this go to the link? Yeah. I'm gonna play a ton of games. I need to change the profile picture because it edited wrong. Ignore what the channel photo is. I need to change it. I edited it wrong. So, Centrist, for this first video, I'm playing a game called Don't Scream, where it measures your mic, and if I scream, it's like a horror game, and if I scream, I die. I screamed a lot. So, and I'm going to be playing a ton of games, but John and I are going to play Repo together, Phoebus. And then also we're going to do a Rocket League together, where we're going to go in and play Rocket League together. Chris, John, and I, we're going to play like Chained together, which is a hilarious game. We're going to play a bunch of different games, but it's all, the idea is I'm going to like edit them down to just really funny videos. Honestly, having a gaming channel also like gets the band to game together, which I think is a really good, just like uniting thing. So it's going to be like a good way to keep us all really close while we're like doing our stuff, then shows, then I'm in studio all the time, but then like you have to keep like that relationship going. So I think having a gaming channel is going to be really fun. What is a gaming channel? So Tina, a gaming channel, it's basic. So YouTube does not like it when you post gaming vids on like a music channel. So like my channel is a music channel, right? Or not a music channel, but like I do a lot of music on there. So when I try to post gaming vids, like I would get a notice from YouTube of like, this is outside of your usual genre. And then they don't push it. And then they don't like allow you to make like a variety channel. And so they like you to be very specific with your channels. So, basically, I'm going to have a gaming channel that's gaming centrist. Obviously my main channel, this one, is going to be music centrist, but also like band centrist. I'm going to do like the tour vlog next week from when we played the Caribbean, and like that's where I'm gonna put all my stuff here. But on the gaming channels, yes, centrist, exactly. And I do, yeah. You did that screaming during one of your lives. Yes, Tracy, and I cut it down to a video, so that's what's coming out tomorrow. And it's very, very funny. And then I'm gonna like cut down shorts and stuff and do like shorts on the gaming channel. So it'll be like a perfect place to kind of do both things. John and I were talking that we're going to play Repo together too. And so it'll be really fun because we'll stream from the gaming channels, but we'll record while we're streaming. And then I'm going to cut it all together for like an official video. It'll be very, very fun. So if y'all want to be a part of that, if you don't like gaming and you're just here for music, that's fine. I'd rather you just be here for the band anyways and whatever. So that's all good. It's more just a thing of, I mean, why not? Also, for those who don't know, we have a ton of gaming fans, like City of Sound. Like the Madness has tons of gamers. That's why we play DreamHack, TwitchCon, VidCon, all these things. Rocket League Worlds. It's all because we have a lot of gamer listeners. And so I think I've kind of lost touch a little bit with them. And this would be a really good way to like kind of like, give them a place also, Like we got to give every niche of our fan base a place to land, right? Cut down shorts, fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think John and I are gonna play Repo together, and we're just gonna like make it hilarious. So John just started his channel too, y'all. Oh man, I'm a bad bandmate. It's called Here, I'm gonna put John's in here too if y'all want to follow his also. JRL Games. JRL Games. I don't see it. Here, wait, Madness. I'm gonna call John real quick. John's just gonna be live. So I think he's also gonna cut some vids together though. So Joyce, once we start recording videos together, I think he's gonna edit some of them down. Let me call him real quick. I want to get it right because I want to put it in here. We can at least link it. I've already subscribed, Arcel. You're amazing. No keyboard smashing, clip farming. Hey, I got you on speaker, just FYI, and I'm streaming. Okay, I just want to make sure. Hey, what's your gaming channel called? I'm trying to link it in chat.
Wait, what is it?
Your gaming channel.
Oh, it's JRL, like John Reeves Live.
Yeah.
And then slowest speed run.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
I'm notoriously always doing world records for the slowest speed run ever, so.
Oh, I found. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna link it in here. I'm spilling the beans to the label about the secret channels. So,
Oh, nice. Heck yeah.
so,
Let us know.
so Madness. This is John's channel. So go sub to that one too.
Dude, heck yeah.
I'm just giving them all. I'm giving them all the.
Or something.
What'd you say?
I think we're almost like 50 subscribers or something.
Whoa, dude, you're at 61, bro.
What?
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I told everybody I'm going to quit my job if I can get 10 consecutive viewers.
I love that, dude. Dude, I love that.
Calling quit.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, I'm at 43 now. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, brother. We're doing this.
The thing.
All right, I'll call you later. I just wanted to make sure I got it right, and I couldn't remember what it was called.
All right, man. Heck yeah. Y'all be good, dude.
You're the man. The Madness says they love you. All right, love you, brother. Bye. I love that guy. Okay, so let's go. Y'all are awesome. I love that y'all are bestie now. When we're bandmates now, Sly Fairy. How funny is that? I mean, John is the lead guitarist for City of Sound now. Like, he is the lead guitarist for City of Sound. I mean, no question about it. My speedruns take hundreds of hours. Cinches, what games do you play? Like, what have you done? Also, Madness, for the gaming channel, if y'all have like a game that like John and I or Chris and I or maybe Nova, yeah, she doesn't want to do it. But if there's like games that y'all would like to see us play together, literally tell us. Like whether it's on Twitter, on here, like tell us. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to like stream all of our gaming streams from over there. Thank you, Tracy. Let's go. Yeah, and like I'm kind of keeping it a secret right now because I told John I kind of want to like let people find it a little bit. So like I'm going to launch the video tomorrow and just see what happens. And I'm not expecting anything big, right? I just want to have fun with it. I don't want it to be pressure. I want it to be just a good time. I'm going to go on and randomly stream from there doing games, probably starting next week, and just like just make it fun. It'll be a really fun way to introduce people to City of Sound also. So I think it'll just be a really cool like thing to do. John wants Fender Strat out. Yes. And actually our other guitarist on roster builds out Strat bodies. And so I think he's going to make a guitar for John. Or they're going to build one together, which I'm excited for. Or last game was Days Gone. Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's it. All right. Do we want to listen? Do y'all mind if we listen to the most recent mix of Graves or Gardens again real quick? Is that okay? As we end stream? Okay, it's funny how John and I's pictures are actually really similar. John is not good at games. Oh, it's perfect. My thing's funny. Oh, Darcel, my Mortuary Assistant video will be coming out here soon, and I should also probably do one with John. I think my Mortuary Assistant video comes out next week on the channel, or on the gaming channel. That game's terrifying. It's funny because, like, I'm actually very good at games. I'm a very good gamer. But I just try to, like, release all that for the gaming channel because I'm like, it's more fun if I'm just fun. If I'm, like, overly serious and stuff, like, people end up not having that much fun, and I swear way too much. Let's just be real. I go way too toxic online. It's a terrible thing. I'm expecting to win. Oh, okay, never mind. Then I got teen. All right, never mind. Maybe I'll get a little bit competitive. After building a new PC before I got sick, I got access to modern games. I'm playing. Oh, fine. You know what? I've never played a Final Fantasy, Phoebus. I never have. But maybe I should play Final Fantasy VII on the channel. That could be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. That's interesting. All right, Madness. Let's listen to the newest mix one more time, and then I think that's it for our label meeting, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am very excited for that gaming vid to come out. I hope people really have fun with it and laugh. I think it's funny. I think my edits are hilarious. They're terrible. I don't know how to edit, but they are funny. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Yeah.
Chose to heal. You may find the path beyond the pain. Your shattered shields are here, along the trampled fields, but the flower will guide our way.
Nova.
Chasing guardians of color, could take these guys together, could make a great escape. Why trade petals for shelter? We could hold on to each other and watch your world away. Those who remain and can face the night, who have entered the fray and lost every time. To you who sees a grave as an equal life, these days you no longer need your plagiarism for the last time.
Filthy.
Just to hear, you may find.
Thank you, Tina. You're sweet.
Here's to those that make us witnesses.
Together, could make a great escape.
Oh, that song's going to be a banger, Madness. Oh, my goodness. All right, label. I love you, Madness. You are the best. Thank you for hanging out. Obviously, first gaming vid coming out tomorrow on the gaming channel. Then I'll have, obviously reactions coming out next week. I'll have band vlog coming out next week on on this channel, and all the things. The fact that you're still excited about it after the tedious work you put into it makes me more excited. I hate putting months into a piano piece. I feel that Centris so hard. I relate to that so hard. Madness, I love you. Y'all are the best. Yeah, just very thankful for you. Keep up with us on all of our socials. We're going to have a ton we're posting. Y'all already know we do it all the time anyways, but keep up. I love you. Hey, you are worthy. You are built for this shit. We love you more than you know. You have a home here, a City of Sound. So thank you for supporting us and making all this possible. We love you. And that's all I got. Mwah! Oh, I have to hit end stream. Be good. Nova saying bye.